Gaffer, what did you make of the run out for the boys tonight?
Listen, I was absolutely delighted with what I seen. Taking the result away, of course, we're disappointed to lose the game. We want to get in that winning habit early, but that's the first real test that the lads have had. I know they had the game over in Belfast last weekend, but there's a completely different level. No disrespect to the guys over in the north of Ireland there, but there's a completely different level between that game and this one here tonight against Peterborough, who are a very, very good League One team in England. They paid £1 million for the boy they got the second. They've got another player there worth they spent £1.5 million on. So really, really good team, but I think if you take the 2 goals out of the game, then there wasn't a great deal between the two sides, and there was so many positives that I can take from what I've seen. Individual performances, but more so collectively as a team. I can see everything that we worked on in the last 4 or 5 days on the training pitch actually coming to fruition on the pitch there. So I'm really, really pleased. Really, really pleased.
How much does it please you that, like you mentioned, that you've only had a week to work with the players, but you've got to see kind of some of the elements of what you want in this team?
Well, listen, the players have to take on the information that I'm giving them, but I want to try and implement a brand of football that's going to be exciting and entertaining for the fans, but also, out of possession, we've got to work so hard to go and get that ball back. And I think you see glimpses of that today, particularly in the first half when the boys are fresh. Bearing in mind, fitness-wise, they're still not going to be anywhere near where I want them to be. But, you see the way they hunt in packs there to go and get it back. And I'm not into setting any of my teams up to be negative from the offset of a game and try and sit in with 10 men behind the ball and invite the opposition to break us down. That's not the way I'm going to approach games this season. I want to put that kind of belief into the players that they can go toe to toe with teams, and I think you actually see that the second goal comes from us being in good possession up the far end of the pitch in Peterborough's final third, and it was just that maybe lack of awareness of where I want them to be in relation to the ball, and that's why we conceded the second goal on the counter-attack. But that won't happen in a couple of weeks' time, because we'll eradicate that on the training pitch. We'll analyse the game tonight, and we'll point a few things out to the players, but in the whole, I'm absolutely delighted with what I've seen, and as I said, so many good individual performances, particularly from some of the younger guys, but as well as that, some of the trialists I thought done very well and caught the eye as well. So overall, Jim, I'm really pleased, and I think our performance deserved at least one goal. Tony Andrew hits the post, Owen Djorkaeff hits the crossbar, so I think we merited a goal, but take the result out of it, the overall performance I'm really pleased with.
I'm sure you've been really pleased with how the whole week has gone, but it's always nice to get kind of an actual game of football into their legs, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, when we came over, there wasn't a game organised, and I thought the 7 or 8 days away would have been too long not to have something to look forward to. So fortunately, I knew a couple of the guys there, the staff members at Peterborough. They had a game called off, and I was able to make contact with them, and delighted that they took the game tonight. They were really pleased with it as well. Speaking to Darren Ferguson after the game, I think he was probably not expecting as difficult an evening as what it was for them. I think he probably felt that his team would have had it a lot easier tonight, and that's pleasing for me to hear from the Peterborough staff. So the lads have given me everything. We've had 8 or 9 sessions in the last 4 or 5 days, and I just can't fault their effort, and if they continue to give me that commitment and that really good professional attitude from here on in, then we'll be absolutely fine this season.
Gaffer, thanks very much.
Thanks, Jim.